Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Was Banished and Became Rich and Powerful. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yes, I will be making your ideas. I got this idea actually while reading your comments, to be honest. And I really wanted to make a story with the help of this, but I ended up making a short movie, so here it is. Anyways, enjoy this one, and if you do, you already know what to do. Now without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins in Konoha, Gakure Sato, 8 years after the Kyuubi attack in nighttime, as we go towards the village outskirts near the jungle area, where we see a lot of Hyugas dashing towards an opening with the help of Inuzukas and their ninkins, who were being followed by most of the shinobis. There, in that opening, said one of the Inuzukas, "Let's go," said Hyuga Hiyashi, who was the clan head, as many of the Hyugas were following him. You see, what happened was, a few hours ago, they found out that the Hyuga heiress has disappeared, or more like kidnapped. And that is why they were searching high and low for her, since her attendee was found out, knocked out. And once he was woken up and questioned, he revealed that Hinata-sama was taken by none other than Kumo shinobis. And that is when an uproar was started. As now we see, they all arrive in the opening, but what they saw shocked them. They saw that Naruto was picking up an incautious Hinata, who was standing there, as Yashi's eyes were widened, as he noticed that the three of the shinobis were literally bruised and badly beaten. "Oh, you're all here. I was able to stop, but before he could finish, many of the shinobis from Hyuga clan side branch charged at him and used their Jukin style to knock him out cold, as Hinata was dropped dead on the ground." "What the hell are you all doing?" said Hiyashi. We were protecting Hinata-sama from the demon." "From the demon, you say? But I don't see any demon here. That kid protected my daughter." "Hiyashi-sama, with all due respect, that kid is a demon." "Says who?" As that is when we see the one who said these words. It was none other than Hiruzen Sarutobi, who has arrived here after hearing the uproar from the Anbus. "Hokage-sama," all of them said with a bow, as Hiruzen then turned towards the said man who said these words. "Says who that he is a demon? How do you even know that he is the Jinchuriki?" The whole village knows, Hokage-sama. At this point, you're just covering it up and haven't made it official yet." I see. Regardless, what you did is a child brutality, and you know what the punishment for that is, right? You're gonna punish me, Hokage-sama, but with all due respect, the council thinks the otherwise. I see. Then we will see about that. Yashi, I leave his punishment up to you. Bring Naruto to the hospital, and so could be set for Hinata. As Anbus arrived and picked both of the children up and left. Now what are we gonna do about them? They're still breathing but badly beaten. I know how, said Sarutobi. Look at these. These are all traps that were laid out by Naruto. Impressive, said Hiyashi. At such a young age, without proper training, he is able to do such feats. His father and mother would be proud. Yes, they would have been, said Hiruzen with a sad smile on his face. As instantly their moment was broken as we see an Anbu arrived. "Hokage-sama, the council has gathered and demands that Naruto to be summoned there as well, because of the recent turns of events." "What? What turns of events?" "They said that all the details will be discussed in the council chambers." As Hiyashi and Hiruzen looked at each other. "Okay, tell them we'll be there." As now we see, half an hour later, the whole council chamber was filled up, as all of the council was gathered. And Naruto, bandaged up, was brought there on a wheelchair. Because of the Jukin style, he was still feeling nauseous and couldn't get up barely. As now we see, Hiruzen had said, "Naruto is here, let us begin." "Wait," said a Hyuga elder, who was present there instead of Hiyashi. "I'm sorry to say, Elder-sama, but I thought you have retired and Hiyashi is the new clan head." "That may have been the case, but in this case we have overruled him, and I have been sent here as the Hyuga clan and council representative." "I see then. Bring Hinata Hyuga inside as well," as Hinata was brought here. "Alright, Then let us begin then, said Hiruzen, a little bit confused now, because he knew that the whole village might have a grudge against Naruto, but Hinata? Why was she there? Wasn't she supposed to be the clan head or something? As now we see, the Hyuga elder then got up. Since nobody's going to begin first, I will say so. She has been tainted by the demon and henceforth determined that she is not fit to be our clan head. Her little sister Hanabi will be, and henceforth she is banished from the clan. As everyone was shocked, and so was Hinata. It has been agreed by her family and by us all. So wait, what? Just because Naruto rescued her? Yes, you see, the Hyuga's Konoichi are the most purest Konoichi amongst the whole clan, and being touched by a man who is not their husband, we consider them defiled, and Hinata being the clan heiress, she had to keep that rule in mind the most, and yet, here we are. As Hinata looked down, tears welling up in her eyes. Hey! Just because I touched her doesn't mean that you can banish her. At first, who told you I touched her? I didn't even do that. I just opened the bag and, she came out herself. We all witnessed. My people saw you holding her as well. So there's no point in lying and covering up, as Naruto flinched after hearing this. As now we see. Hiruzen then said, then what do you expect? Hasn't the punishment already been given then? Yes, it has been given from the clan, but we wish for the said demon lover who consisted that Naruto was a good guy to be banished alongside him. As now, both Hinata and Naruto were shocked. Hinata was already kicked out of her clan, but Konoha was their home. Wait, what? Why? Can't you see? You have done nothing but cause harm and trouble and put everyone in danger. The civilians cannot live in peace, and the shinobis you have made a fun of them for so long that they have been considered mediocre amongst the civilians because they have deemed that you are the reason that our shinobis look bad. As Naruto was shocked and confused by this. What the hell are you talking about? Naruto might have done some harmless pranks. Harmless is not the word that you might be looking for, Hiruzen, said Danzo as he got up. The kid has damaged more than enough property of the civilians by causing a lot of pranks. And not only that, let's not forget that he glitter bombed our shinobi's Anbu's outfits, which might have compromised them if they wouldn't have found that out. Come on, Danzo. You and I both know that the glitter could have been found out easily, and that it did. But what if it hadn't been? Then we might have to need our change the whole damn Anbu force. That is for sure. Say whatever you want, Hiruzen, but we have deemed it. And before he is to be kicked out, he needs to be placed heavily with the chakra suppression seals, so that he cannot no longer use any chakra. As that is when a man arrived there with white hair. I will do it. Jiraiya! What in the hell are you doing here, and what do you mean you would do it? Said Hiruzen, who was shocked and embraced at his student. You don't understand, Sensei. I have to do this. As now we see, Naruto then was shocked and said, wait, what? Why are you doing this? How am I going to survive? That is up to you, kid. We don't care. You have caused enough harm. And we don't want you to cause any harm wherever you go after you are banished from here. And you are not to set any foot here anymore. Ever again. As after that, Naruto was just baffled as he was holding against his will by some of the Anbus as Jiraiya then began to do seals on him. It took a 3-hour process as Naruto's chakra was completely sealed. He felt a lot weakened. And as for Hinata, she too was branded with seals, but by Jiraiya himself. He suppressed the Byakugan and the chakra suppressor, so the slave seal from the Hyugas didn't need to be applied because it wouldn't work. As now we see, both of them were being dragged by the Anbus and thrown out of the village with a few bags and some of their use. Get out and never come back. As Hinata began to break down, as Naruto, who was just shocked and baffled as well as scared for what was to come, then had to man up and comforted Hinata. Don't worry, Hinata. We will get through this. How, Naruto? My home, my family, everything is taken from me. All I did was just take your side. I'm sorry, Hinata. I... I'm sorry I couldn't help you. I just wanted to help you, that is all. I didn't know that it would cause this much. No, Naruto, I'm not blaming you. If anyone is to blame, it's those elders. They think they can control anyone and everyone. We can't do anything about them now, Hinata. All we can do is survive out there on our own. Yes, you're right. But where are we gonna go? As both of them look towards the other side, away from their village, finally. I don't know. But we have to get out of here, because if we stay here, we might die. You're right. As both of them begin to walk away, after calming their nerves down. As now we go towards the Hokages. What in the hell is wrong with you, Jiraiya? Why would you do that? Isn't he your god's child? Why would you do this to him? You know that Minato and Kushina are under such circumstances, and why are you doing this to him now? What would they think? They would thank me. Why would they thank you? The prophecy, Sensei. Naruto is not the child of prophecy. He is going to destroy it, remember? I don't get it. What are you trying to say? There is no child of prophecy. There is only child of destruction. The old opium toad that was talking bullshit, he just said that there is no prophecy anymore. We are not going to be saved. And if the child of the yellow flash and the red that gains power and influence, then the whole world will collapse. I had to do this. It might be hard, but it is for everyone's sake. I don't think so, I don't think so, Jiraiya. What you might have done might have just caused the fates of wheels to spin the very same direction that you are talking about. How so, Sensei? What is he gonna do now? Only I can unlock his chakra. If push comes to shove, I won't do it, even if at the cost of my life. You don't understand. There are many more things outside of the shinobi world that causes influence directly on the shinobis. Well, please, Sensei. All that the kid wanted was to be a shinobi. You were the one who influenced him to be one. And now that he cannot no longer be a shinobi, what is he going to do? At best, he could be is a worker, a civilian worker at best, which will be enough for him to survive. And that is all I want for him. And the only reason I did this for him was because I didn't wish any bad for him, even though he is going to be the destroyer of the world. I don't understand one bit your logic, Jiraiya. I don't understand how you do things anymore. You trust me, Sensei. Everything will be fine. But this, what have Minato and Kushina wanted? How would you have known, Jiraiya? As Jiraiya remained quiet. Thought so. As Hiruzen left. As now we see Hiruzen entering a dark alleyway. As looking left and right, he pressed a wall as a secret entrance downstairs opened. As he went downstairs, there we see two unconscious patients lying down and many of the Anbu doctors coming and going out of there as a blonde woman arrived there. I heard the news, Sensei. Ah, Tsunade. Yes, it is true. And what are you going to do about it? Kakashi wants to go after him to see if he can protect Naruto from the shadows, but I have stopped him because the council would have labeled him as a traitor. Then what? You have just let the kid go? I have given him a map. If Naruto is smart enough, he will be able to locate down a safe haven. What? It is a hut that is far away on the northern side of the Konoha, up in the mountains. You mean my grandfather's? Yes. The hut that was created by your grandfather. The wood is still infused with chakra and is strong to the point that even the most dangerous animal don't wander off there because of the potent chakra that leaks out of it. Naruto and Hinata will be safe there. That is correct. I just wish they could wake up. As now we see those two who were laying down. Hiruzen and Tsunade turned towards them, and they were none other than malnourished Minato and Kushina, because they have been in a comatose state ever since then. It has been a well-kept secret by Hiruzen, and he wished that he could have protected their child for a much longer time. But so far, he hasn't been able to do a good job. As now we see, a few weeks have passed since the banishment of the two kids. As now we see, Naruto and Hinata were camping as they have bought a few of the supplies. Because Naruto had a lot of survival experience on his own, he was able to at least feed Hinata properly, to the point that they didn't go completely starving and die out there in the wild. As now we see, it was night time as both of them were resting until they were both grabbed by their necks and slammed down to the ground. It was a bunch of bandits as they were trying their best to attack Naruto. Let go of me! Naruto tried his best, but he couldn't do anything because of the chakra that was suppressed. As now we see, the man has said, take everything they have and bring the girl. What about the boy? Kill him. We don't need that boy. Naruto-kun, no, Hinata, don't do this, you bastard. As Naruto was trying his best to break free, but he couldn't do anything. And that is when the bandits began to scream as a lot of samurais arrived there and began to cut them down. As Naruto and Hinata then were breathing heavily, as Hinata dashed towards Naruto, as Naruto in a protective manner stood against Hinata. Who are you? We are the Knights of Apollo-sama. He is here, and he heard your screams and sent us here. As that is when we see a man in gentleman's attire appeared there. Gentlemen, I believe that you have done a fine job here. And who were the ones who were asking for help? These two. Kids, said this man as he raised an eyebrow. At such a young age. They look like a Hyuga. And this one resembles the fourth Hokage a bit. Listen up, kids. Can you tell me where are you from and who might you be? Or who might your parents be? As Naruto flinched, I'm an orphan. But thanks for saving us. But I cannot tell you from where we are. From the looks of it, you are from the Konoha, I believe. Are you not? As both of them flinched. How do you... Oh, please. I am the one who furnished the daimyo to fund the village. Basically owning the village. Said Apollo with a smirk. Wait, what? So you're like a Hokage of some sort or something? No, kid. You can call me an investor. An investor who has invested into this village at a huge abundance and amount. Or at least my ancestors have, and I am reaping the benefits of it. As Naruto and Hinata were shocked. So wait, you're not a shinobi then? No, I am not a shinobi. I'm nothing more than a civilian. Then how can you be? Listen, kid, there is more to the shinobi world than you see. Shinobis don't run shit. They can only control and manipulate other shinobis, while we control their heads, using them as our own pawns. That is what true power is, after all. You don't get to do any of the dirty work or get your hands dirty, and they do your bidding and deeds. Can you teach me how to? How dare you, kid? It should be more than enough that Apollo-sama has saved you, and yet you are asking enough. You know what? I think I might have known your parents and owe them a favor, kid. Or maybe not. I don't know. But just to make sure that you are able to survive, I'm gonna teach you a few tricks of mine. And we'll see where you go from there on. So what do you say? Would you like to be my apprentice? And you too, Hinata. Yes. Good. Bring this kid along. We're gonna go and get some rest at my villa in the Land of Fire capital. Hi. As instantly we see that Apollo took them in, and now we see it took them a few days to arrive at his villa, which was much more larger than half of the village. As both of them were shocked. It is much bigger than the Hyuga clan compound. Yeah, I get that a lot. This is one of the properties that I own, or my family owned. Come on inside, kids. As that is when we see his secretary arrived. Apollo-sama. Bad news. The daimyo of the fire country. He's here on a meeting. And what's the bad news? He's requesting a lot of money now. Let us go and see. And bring the kids to a secret room to monitor. Okay. As now we see, Apollo sat down in front of the Land of Fire's daimyo, as everyone was on the other side. Apollo-sama, with all due respect, I would like to say that we need a few of the more money that you have sent us. And why would I do that? It was what we agreed upon, no? Your hotel. It has been constructed and has been gathering a lot of tourism at the land of our capital, but we need to increase some taxes. The council are demanding so I do so. And do the thing that I care? You know, right? Who is the one who rose you to the power, daimyo? The previous family disappearing, you rising to the power. Yes, of course I know, but take care of them. No buts, no question asked. Isn't that what you do the best? Take care of your competition. Why can't you do that for me? Or is it time that I change you and replace you? No, you don't need to do that. I mean, sir, with all due respect, I will do as you say. Nothing to worry about at all. Then why are you paying me a visit and wasting my time then? I will give you 1 million Ryu. That is all I'm giving. But that is for the job that you're about to do, and a lot of headache that is to come to you after you are going to hire new people. So thank you for your generosity. Good, now scram. As now we see the daimyo bowed to Apollo before leaving. As the man stood up and smiled at the glass. So, what do you all think? As Naruto and Hinata were baffled, the Hokage, the whole clans from the Konoha were bowing to this man that was bowing to this man. Whoa, that was, yes, that is what you call an influential and powerful move, Naruto. This is what happens when you have the money and influence over the others, strong individuals. Can I be like you one day? If you try hard enough, you would be. Who knows? Awesome. As after that we see Naruto and Hinata's training began. Under Apollo and his assistant, because Hinata decided that she would be secretary to Naruto. And now we have a time skip of 10 years. As now we see the next generation has turned at the age of 18, and they were in a hellish position because the other villages were developing at a rapid rate, and a new village has risen as well, Neo Uzushio Gakure. And that is not all. The village and its secret leader are so rich and powerful that they even directly influence the other daimyos, and not only that, influence the other villages such as Kiri, Suna, as well as even Kumo and Iwa. The four nations were under the control of this village and its leader, but the leader's identity has been kept secret from Konoha, and Konoha and its council was getting worried because they see this as a threat. A village that possesses the power of the other four nations at its fingertip and the four daimyos, that is someone to be reckoned with, to be honest, and they were getting scared. As a lot of things aside from that has happened in Konoha as well. One of them being that finally Minato and Kushina were able to wake up from their comatose state after 15 years of coma. And for the past 3 years they have done nothing but hating the village and going out of their way to search for their kid, Naruto, their only child. As that is when it was explained that it was Kyuubi's soul that was taken and chakra was transferred to Naruto. Kyuubi was already dead, gone, taken by the Shinigami. And that is when the people realized just how badly they fucked up. As we have a flashback, the day Minato and Kushina woke up, as they were gasping and Hiruzen was seen dashing towards the secret entrance. Minato, Kushina, thank God you have woken up. Where is Naruto? You need to rest. After recovering, I will allow you to meet him. I need to see him right now. Where is my son? Said Minato. You will see him. Just rest, Minato. No buts. I told you what I told you. As after that, we see a council meeting was held a few days later when Minato and Kushina were able to walk and use chakra to the point that they couldn't pass out any longer. After recovering completely in a few days, we see them standing there. Minato and Kushina were alive and were under my care secretly. It would have been compromised their situation since they were in comatose state if their position was revealed to anyone, even to the allies. As everyone was now shocked. As that is when we see Hiyashi stood up. They banished your son. What? Hiyashi, I told you not to reveal this to them yet. What do you mean not reveal this to us, Hiruzen-sama? Tell me, Hiyashi, what happened? As Hiyashi looked at everyone and revealed everything to them. as now the whole council realized just how badly they fucked up. So much for saving this village. I would have just let it destroyed. Minato, how could you? Could I say this? After what you have done to my son? You have the audacity to say that to me? As with that said, Minato and Kushina, filled with rage, went to their home and locked themselves up. And after a few weeks, they came outside, packed and fully prepared, as if they were going on a hunt. And that was to hunt down their son's whereabouts and finally reunite with him. As this was going on, we see that a few years have passed, as they have finally reached or were able to enter the new Uchiha, the only place they haven't searched, since it was the most latest village that was wiped out. As soon as they entered, they were surrounded by some of the shinobis that were from different villages combined. We are the allied nation force, and we are here to bring you to our leader. As the both of them were brought to then their leader's office, which was quite a vacant office, and proudly an Uzumaki symbol was displayed there. Are you an Uzumaki? Said Kushina. Of course I am. And I have been following you for quite a long time since you have woken up, Kushina Uzumaki. Minato Namikaze. What brings you to my village? We are looking for our son. And why would you be looking for him after such a long time? We were in a comatose state after the QB attack. We've woken up 3 years prior. I know about that. But why are you looking for him? Why wouldn't we? We are his parents. Family above all. If I could have any way to go back in time, I would have given all those years to him as his mother. Me too as his father. Then you don't have to wait any longer, because you have found him, said the man as he stood up and turned towards them, causing both of their eyes to go wide. No, Naruto. It is really you. As Kushina and Minato both dashed towards him and gave him a hug, as Naruto for the first time broke down as well, finally reuniting with his family. And that is when his rage was blasted throughout the roof. They had the audacity to lie to you and to me. I'm gonna trample that village. I have much influence and power. So much more. But Naruto, if you have that much, why do this then? Why shouldn't I? They have not only done this, they have also banished my wife. Your wife? Hinata, come inside. As a pregnant Hinata then came inside. What is it, Naruto-kun? As both Kushina and Minato were shocked. You're Hitomi's daughter, right? That is my mother's name. What happened to her? I tried to meet her, but I couldn't. She passed away. She was poisoned by the elders. Oh my god. I heard that the Uchihas were also killed by Danzo and the other elders. What? Yes, but luckily enough I was able to save some of the Uchiha kids and make a deal out of it Itachi Uchiha. Itachi? Yes. You see, I have done a lot of better with the influence and power that I have, well, been able to gather, all thanks to my mentor Apollo-sama. Apollo-sama, I have met him. He is the man, remember Kushina, that we rescued? The one that lends money to the Land of Fire and is in direct control of it. Yes. And he's the only reason why I'm not doing this. Doing what? Attacking Konoha and Land of Fire and turning it into nothing more than ash. Because all these people here, they are enraged and fed up with this. Oh, and if you were wondering, your students as well. Students? As that is when two of the males arrived inside. One of them more recognizable, Kakashi Hatake, who has betrayed the village after finding out who New Uchiha leader was. And not only that, the other one was the one who was supposed to be dead. It's been a long time, Sensei. Obito. Wow. First of all, I would like to apologize, as after explaining the whole backstory of how he came to be, of how he was, we see that Kushina went in front of him and slapped him across the fist. How in the hell did you think that we would not take you in back? We could have consoled you. I'm sorry, at the time I was just filled with grief and rage. It's alright. Everything is fine now. You have suffered enough. Okay, good. Well, that is out of the picture. Meet the other people who are here. Meet my uncle and your brother. As Nagato Uzumaki then gave Nesan. as Kushina dashed towards Nagato and gave him a hug with the tearful eyes. Today was just getting better and better for her. She did not know how much her heart could take this, because she was just reuniting with the family that her son was able to gather after uniting with him. "Nesan, you're hurting me. Your illness, isn't it?" As all of this was going on, we see Minato, who was quite shocked and flabbergasted, looked towards his son and asked, "Son, how were you able to do all of this?" "Well, that is simple, Tochan. I was able to do this because of the money and influence and the lessons taught to me by Apollo-sama. The more influence you have, the more you will be able to change the hearts of the others with force as well, if needed to be. And all I needed to do was gain influence, which was, to be honest, quite not easy. But now they're all happy. They're much more advanced, and not only that, they are much more, well, living easy life. And the shinobi world is no longer existence amongst them. Then how are they going to defend against Konoha? Because of the light shinobi force. They are still there, but only in a fewer numbers. And only the elites of the elites are allowed to go in it. But what about the defense systems and all that? It's simple. Modern problems require for modern solutions. You see that thing, the pointy thing over there? Yes, that is what we call a ballistic missile. That was invented all thanks to the Snow Country's team that has been working non-stop with us. You have influence over there? Of course. The daimyo. She is also one of my best friends because I was able to rescue her. And you can say that she's like a little sister to me. So that is why not only them but us are also protected by this technology. A single missile can destroy more than 80% of a village if it needed to be. That much? Yes, Takigakure is an example. Since they thought that they might have the right to now, well, come at us after we denounced that we are no longer a shinobi nation, but a society, a new revolutionary community. And they paid the price. Isn't that right, Fu? Of course they did. And they even tried to use me, the audacity, after they did all that torture to me. Naruto, what are you going to do to Konoha? Oh, it's simple. I have sent out a letter to Apollo-sama, just waiting for his reply. As now we see it on arrive there. Naruto-sama, a letter has arrived from Apollo-sama. As now we see, Apollo has given him the answer, as Naruto smirked. The daimyo has pulled out his influence from Konoha. Konoha is on his own now, and it's at my mercy now. Why don't we go there and give them a visit? Isn't that right, Hinata? Of course, Naruto. As now we see, Minato has sent out a letter because Naruto requested it from his father. As we see, everyone was alerted and the whole council was waiting at the front gates for them. Even Jiraiya was, as they were shocked to see some familiar faces. It was Naruto, and followed suit besides him was none other than Hinata, who was pregnant, and Minato and Kushina were amongst them, and so was Tsunade. As now we see, all of them, and behind them was an army and a lot of metal objects that were moving at blinding speeds. As that is when Naruto said, "Long time no see, Konoha. How have you been?" "Thanks to you, we are on our own," said Danzo. "What do you mean, Danzo?" said Hiruzen. "Can't you see? He is the daimyo, as well as the leader of Nyoza Shiogakure, the one who has the influence over the others." Bingo! As that is when the whole council and the civilians were shocked and scared. "You pulled out the..." "Yes, it was me all along. Or more like my mentor, actually. Thanks to him, I was able to do that. You see, money, influence, and power. You all taught me that. You played the power card on me when I was powerless, and now I played the power card on you and made you the powerless. How does it feel to now that the roles have been reversed? What makes you think that we won't stop fight? Oh, you see these? These are more than powerful enough to destroy your home. Because these are the same things that we used on Taki. As that is when everyone was terrified. Why are you doing this, Naruto? Simple. I want Konoha out of the map of the world that I'm going to create. This is the end of the line for Shinobi World and its hypocrisy. What do you mean? Shinobi world has got nothing more than hatred and wars, GG. It is an egotistical world in which the powerful targets the weak, and both of the sides who are weaker suffer. As Hiruzen couldn't say anything and deny the fact. And let's not forget the fact that Konoha, because of Konoha, many of its allies who were weakened at the time have suffered in the past, such as Uchiha Gakure Danzo, before you continue. Now, I request a following clan and clan heads to leave. First of all, in Izuka clan, you can leave, and so can Nara, Yamanaka, Aburame, and Akamichi. These are the only clans that can leave. What do you mean leave? Leave as if I'm allowing them to live their lives, and I'm ready to take them in as well. But as for the Hyuga clan, since my wife has suffered at your hands, they're gonna pay. Starting now. Launch it as a huge ballistic missile was fired, targeting straight towards Hyuga compound. As the shockwaves were felt by everyone and the shinobis themselves were forced out of the ground, as more than half of the Hyuga clan and its surroundings were destroyed. As everyone was shocked. No. Oh, why? You destroyed my clan. So what if I did? What if I did? What are you gonna do now, Hiyashi? I sided with you. I tried to protect you, and yet you didn't do anything because you allowed the elders to rule you around. You were their bitch boy. That is why you allowed this to happen. So much of a leader you were. You were nothing than a pawn to them. And now, moving onwards, the rest of Konoha. Destroy it. I want it turned down into nothing more than rubble. Those who stand in your way, crush them. Oh, and knock out Hiruzen Sarutobi and the Sarutobi clan, because we're gonna take them with us. As Hiruzen against his will was knocked out, and that is when Naruto was stopped by Jiraiya. Why are you doing this? This is the only way to true peace. Because if there is no shinobi world, there will be no wars. And everyone will live in equality and safe haven that I provided to them. And if you say that this is not possible, then I have a living proof that it is possible, because the rest of the four nations, they are already at peace and much more advanced and safer places and havens than Konoha is. As Jiraiya then said, you know, I thought that you were destroyer of this world, Naruto, and that is why I sealed off your chakra. I know, Hiruzen. I know, Jiraiya, because I was able to find out through your spy network, or so you thought, that belonged to you. They would leak out information to anyone, basically, because anyone who was the highest bidder gets their attention. Should have known, at least. Good. Now that you are aware, I am leaving. Wait. What about... I don't care about your opinions, Jiraiya. I don't care about you. You live, you die, do whatever you want. But do not come in front of me anymore, because you have harmed us enough. And promise me that you won't show your face in front of me again, because God forbid if you do, I promise you this much. You won't be found on the face of the earth or beneath the earth. As with this threat said, Naruto left. As now we see, Konoha has been destroyed, as the screams were heard even throughout the land of fire. As Naruto was then meted by Apollo himself. Good job, kid. Seems like you learned a lot. Thanks to you, Sensei. Good. Good. Don't forget about me, okay? When you reach that top. What do you mean, Sensei? I meant what I said. You really are one of the ballers, Naruto. The one person who was able to change the whole world. You see, the reason I became like this was because I know you told me the story, Sensei. Yeah, because I lost my family. Yeah, I know. But thanks to you, I was able to gain one. You're always a part of the family, Sensei. You're always welcomed. Thanks, kid. But, you know, I'm happy here. Plus, who's gonna tease those old bastards? if I'm the one who's gonna leave from here. Yeah, you're right about that. If you need any help, Sensei, just call me. You know, right? Yeah, I know, kid. As after that, many years passed as Jiraiya witnessed. The said four nations were to the point so developed that they were way ahead of their time. At least approximately 200 years into the future from them, from the land of fire. Naruto hated them to the core, and that is why he didn't do any shit about them or do anything with them. If anything, they had to buy the old used technology at a higher rate prices just to exist and compete and live there. As that is how Naruto was able to kill two birds with one stone and was able to live a happy life with his family that he was able to gain and create, and turn enemy into his allies as well. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.